Hello, Eduardo. How have you been? So, it's my big pleasure being here to talk to you about your preference.
Hi Sol, I'm fine. It's good talking to you finally.
Edu, could you introduce yourself, please?
Of course, my name is Eduardo. I'm 29 years old. I live in São Paulo. I'm married with Aline and we have an amazing 4 years old kid named Eric.
So, what do you like to do in your spare time?
Well, I like trying new musical instruments, go to the gym, and read especially about historical facts.
You like music, right? What kind of music do you like?
Yes, I do. I like rock and roll and blues, but I also like to vary a little bit. So I listen to a lot of 80s pop songs, and I'm also a huge Bee Gees fan because of my wife.
Do you play some instrument?
I do. I have three guitars that I love playing, but I have played bass guitar, and I know a little bit how to play keyboard and a little bit of drums.
Edu, in your opinion, who is the best guitarist in the world?
That's a great question. So, in my opinion, Jimi Hendrix was the best and still is up to this day.
And which musicians or band inspires you the most?
I'm a big fan of Jimi Hendrix, Eric Clapton, ZZ Top, but there's also rock bands like Black Sabbath, Van Halen, and Alice in Chains.
In your point of view, what's the best guitar in the world?
That's a good question. In my opinion, the person who is playing the guitar is more important than the instrument itself, if you ask me. But guitars, they are like shoes because that depends on what's your style and what you like. I have recently bought a guitar model called Stratocaster and I'm enjoying it very much.
Edu, how many hours of study does it take to be a good guitarist?
You know, you can play simple versions of songs using simple chords, which might take a few days, but to play more technical stuff like uh, playing fancy chords, crazy solos, then it might take some months, depending on how much practicing time you have. But in general, to be a good rock guitarist, it might take a couple of years.
And the last but not the least, what message do you leave for people who are wanting to learn to play guitar?
My advice would be patient. New students tend to try to play difficult things in the beginning, but the best way is to go slow and study music theory a lot so you can understand better what other instruments are doing and what other musicians are playing. Can you tell us what was the happiest day of your life and what happened that day?
Okay, Edu, it's a great question. So, I had two special days in my life. Both are unforgettable. First one, when Denise was born. Denise is my daughter, you know. And second, when Eric, my son, was born. That days was unforgettable. That days was so happiest and special in my life.
Please tell us if you have any favorite movie or TV show. I'm really curious about this one.
Yes, I like some moves, like Bodyguard, Mamma Mia, Grease, and special moves like Dirt Dance, and it's my favorite, you know, I love so much. And about series, I like criminal series like Bull, CSI, all CSIs, and The Mentalist, and stuff like that.
I'm a big poker fan, so I was wondering if you know how to play any card games. If you do, please tell us which ones, okay?
No, my friend, I'm really not good with cards, I'm never focused at winning the game. So maybe it's raining. If it's raining, I can play something, but poker, exactly. I've never played.
Tell us what are your tips on learning a new language because I have tried a new ones and it was so hard for me. So I was wondering if you could help me out.
First of all, I'd like to say that learn another language is always good for our brain. Not always to learn, but also against Alzheimer, because our brain grow when we are studying. It's really interesting. So before I start studying English, I practice breathing exercise. 5 minutes is enough. I usually read 2 or 3 pages in English, of course, aloud. Then I transcribe some audios to practice listening. I sing every day and I do shadowing exercise. And the most important, in my opinion, you need to practice every day talking. I talk with people or I talk alone, but it's so important. You need to practice and you need to do it every day. Okay?
I don't know much about watches, but if I had to buy a brand new one, what are the details that you think I should pay attention the most? And where could I find good watches at good prices?
About watches, I have a little collection because I like so much, but none has a famous brand. Because in my case, watches need to be just different. I like because it is beautiful, because it's full of stones and sparkles. Sometimes I don't see the time, you know, just I use it with bracelets. And for some people, it's an investment, and it gets pricey. So I think the best place to buy it in a watches shop, you know. I don't know. I really don't know. In the details, you need to choose like your maybe.
Can you name us the best restaurants in Guarulhos in your opinion? Me and my family want to pay them a visit sometime.
Oh, good question, my friend. So I need to confess that I go to a restaurant here in Guarulhos once in a blue moon. But I visit some, and I like so much Japanese food, and I normally go to Jum. Is a good restaurant. I can say that you can visit it. I think you like. But I prefer go to restaurants in São Paulo. It's better to me.
And since we are speaking in English, is there any other language that you are fluent in? I'm really curious about it.
No yet. I begin to study Spanish and Italian, but my focus now is to study in English. I just speak in Portuguese and English.
This is a fun question. Are you a dogs person or a cats person? And why is that?
Oh, my friend, it's a really funny question. So, sometimes I'm a cats person, sometimes I'm a dogs person. Cats because I like my solitude. By the way, these moments just happen in my life once in a blue moon. It's so rarely. But sometimes I'm a dogs person. because I'm friendly, because I have compassion, because I'm a companion. I guess I am a cat dogs cat dogs person.
My next question is about your favorite artists or bands. Can you tell us more about them? Can you tell us your top 5 picks?
I like so much to listen to classical rock and roll. I think it brings up and it brings joy. It's really my cup of tea. And my favorite bands are Queen, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, Deep Purple, classic rock and roll. But I like Bon Jovi and Aerosmith. That's it.
My next question is about music. Is there any musical instrument that you have interest in learning how to play, or do you know how to play any? Tell us more about it.
Oh, when I was young, it was a long time ago. I learned piano, guitar, harmonic, sweet flute, and drums. But today I just play keyboard and sometimes tambourine. But I still have my piano and my guitar.
My question for you, so it's about traveling. I've heard that you have traveled a lot and you have visited many places. Can you tell us about the most interesting places you have ever been to and some historical facts or some interesting facts about them?
I like travel a lot, but the last year was impossible because of the pandemic. I visit many places and I saw beautiful landscapes, rivers and cities and wonderful beaches in Brazil and abroad. And one of the places that I visited and I will never forget was the Brooklyn Bridge in New York City. Because the construction, because the glamour, it's really majestic. Thank you so much, Edu, for recording with me. I really hope you had enjoyed it and maybe we can recording again another video. Okay, thank you so much. Did you like that video? So please give me a thumbs up and subscribe on my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.